Hey, 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 you're waking up with Craig. Good morning, and welcome back to Waking Up with Craig. And yes, Craig is back today. Bo, thank you for hosting the show. How was that yesterday?
It was interesting. I'd say that the show was, it just flowed smoothly. I think Tyner and I knew what we were going to talk about. We did what we had to do, and we got off the air.
Well, I appreciate it. I was in Foxborough having the worst day of my life because Kirk Cousins is terrible, but we won't even get into that today.
Yeah.
Start with the morning quote. It's just a job. Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand, I beat people up. Muhammad Ali. Now, Bo, if we're going to talk about green grass, is the grass greener on the other side for the Packers' future?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad that Mike McCarthy is gone. Packers are going to be fine. Like the GM said today, this job is very enticing. You've got a Hall of Fame quarterback and a ton of young talent in that locker room. So let's go get a guy who's going to revive this offense, figure out how we can work with the defense. I think that the defensive coordinator here, Mike, has done well. I'm hoping that they keep him around, but we'll see.
Tyler, is the grass greener?
It has to be. Can't get much more brown.
No.
So, obviously, it's much more greener. I mean, Aaron Rodgers needs somebody to capitalize on his talent for these next, probably 4 years, I'd say, of prime Aaron Rodgers before, the cliff really starts to be more steep.
But we've started.
Before you start to break some bones.
We've already seen it start a little bit.
Yeah, we have. But I think it's going to be all happy smiles for the Green Bay Packers until, next season when they meet the Saints or something. It could be sad.
Josh McDaniels is talked about as a big-time prospect as next head coach. Do you like him there in Green Bay, or do you like someone else?
I think the Packers would be really excited to get McDaniels, but I don't think he's leaving his job in New England. He pretty much told the Colts to, can't really say it on the show.
Yeah,
but,
kick rocks.
Pound some sand.
Yeah.
Tricking them into thinking that he was going over there. I don't think he's leaving. He's got it made over in New England.
And he could be the next head coach.
But I think he'd be a great head coach anywhere.
Bo?
I agree with Tyner in thinking he'd be an amazing fit for the Packers. The only difference between the Packers and the Colts is obviously, Aaron Rodgers is established elite quarterback, and not that Andrew Luck isn't good, but, there's levels to this.
Right.
And I think that this job is more enticing for him. But like Tyner, I don't know if he'll leave after what he did to the Colts.
And especially if he's being told he will be the next Patriots head coach. Who knows?
Right. We don't know. We don't know what's going on the inside in New England. But
now, a GM has a tough job, boys. They have to make some decisions. One of my favorite shows is coming back to TV.
I saw
it. It premieres tonight.
Well,
Deal or No Deal is back.
Oh, wow.
There's a little twist this time.
Yeah.
So we're going to play our own version of Deal or No Deal.
Another game.
Boy.
So, Bo, turn over that whiteboard. It's going to be tough for the viewers to see a little bit.
Yep.
We'll explain.
Yeah, we'll keep it clear for him.
So,
Trying my best here.
This is
All right.
Craig's big board.
this is
It
Craig's
does say
big board.
Craig's big board.
All right,
So-
Bo, you
want me to sit?
Yeah,
You want me to-
you can stand over there.
All right.
So, Bo, I'm going to give you a red and a green marker.
Yep.
Tyner, you're first. Would you trade Cousins for 3 first-round picks?
Yes. I think to get rid of that contract, to have 3 chances to draft your next franchise quarterback, and along with anything else you think you might need for that team, I think 3 first-round picks, when you traded him, or when you got him for the knockoff case, he's a knockoff case Keenum. That's what he is.
He was awful the other night.
He hasn't lived up to
And
expectations.
$84 million is a lot. You can do a lot with that
Hasn't
money.
lived up to $84 million at all. I think 3 first-round picks would be a great trade.
So,
for the
Bo,
Minnesota Vikings.
green mark right here for Tyner.
Yep.
I'm taking that deal.
Little
Now,
check.
Bo, on your side,
Yep.
what are you going with?
I don't know if it's worth it or not to trade a guy like Cousins away. Because he's not the greatest. Like I said, there's levels to this,
Yeah.
right? He's kind of with Andrew Luck.
He's like a tier 2, tier 3 guy.
Right. But, you take a risk of, not having a quarterback by trading away, but you do get 3 firsts. I gotta say, if it came down to it, end of the year, not now. I wouldn't do it now. But end of the year for the Vikings, you trade them away for 3.
In reality, they don't have a quarterback now.
Now, we saw it in last night's Monday night game. Colt McCoy went down. They're on their third-string quarterback with butt fumble Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start with you here. Would you sign Colin Kaepernick? Maybe not as your starter, but as backup?
No. Let me tell you why. It has nothing to do with his political views. Whatever he thinks is whatever is fine with him. But I want to say that this man has been out of football for a long time now. I know people expect him to be the great athlete he once was. I don't think he'd be as fast as he once was. I don't think he'd be in as good shape as
Now,
he
what
once
if you brought him in?
was.
Would you maybe bring him in for a tryout? And if he...
And if he maybe impressed me, then maybe, yeah. But for just nothing, no. I'm gonna go with no here. I would not bring him in as the Redskins. No deal.
No deal. Not bringing him in. Not for a tryout. Not worth the distraction. And like Bo said, hasn't been. He's probably not training for the NFL right now. He's probably not.
He's made his money with
being ready.
endorsements and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't think
Nike endorsements is how he's getting
So
his
for
money.
you,
I don't think he's ready.
it's a big distraction thing. So for Bo, it's probably more if you just don't think he's ready.
I don't think
For
I don't
you-
think he's ready at all.
And I get that, but you think it's a huge it'd be a huge distraction.
It would be to a lot of people. To a lot of people, they support him. But
The Redskins don't need that right now.
The Redskins don't need any distractions.
All right, we move on to the next one, Tyner. And this one's a little bit more difficult because they just got out of the NFL. They are a tier 1 or tier 2 running back in the league.
I'd give him tier 1.
Tier 1.
I'd give him tier 1.
Would you sign Kareem Hunt?
Not yet.
To what team, though? What kind of situation you in? Like, New York
Any-
Giants aren't going to go sign Kareem Hunt.
If you need a running back,
So a desperate need. Who do you think's the most desperate team in the NFL for a running back? Who's a team that you would...
if you're the Colts, would you think about signing him? Marlon Mack is not a great. He does a
Right,
job.
right.
But Kareem Hunt could take Andrew Luck in that offense to the next step.
I'd even say, like, I love Aaron Jones, but when you have a chance to maybe take another step, like that, you know, it's a different, like, it's levels to this thing.
Now, just remember though,
I'll let Tyler go first.
You're a
I'll let
GM. The thing is, what mess?
This needs to blow over first. This season, Kareem Hunt cannot be signed. He's
Right.
on the exempt list
Yeah,
anyway.
is this question...
Who knows how
Is
long
this
he'll
question
stay.
for now? Or
No,
is
no,
this,
no.
In
like,
the future.
ever.
Do you sign
Within like the next year.
Okay.
You sign him down the road when he's clearly learned his lessons. When they think that he won't ever do something like this again. This is not the Ray Rice situation. This was not as bad as Ray Rice. This is not as bad as other NFL athletes who have had domestic violence cases. But it doesn't matter. You have to send a message that getting involved like this, not just walking away, but getting involved, being aggressive like that. And in a world of video, there's no getting away with it.
So you're not signing him
I'm
until
not
he
signing
shows
him.
he makes a change. He
Yeah.
needs to go.
So right
he needs
now,
to get help.
you're saying no deal.
I'm saying no deal to
Okay.
signing him for the near future.
Here's my thoughts. Kareem Hunt shouldn't play football again because of what he did. He had his chance and he blew it. That's my personal opinion. You should not be able to hit a woman and get away with it and play in the NFL. I mean, like, no.
And
It's just, it's no for me. I don't think he deserves that chance. He was making millions of dollars. I don't feel bad for him, not one bit.
And I don't really want to get into politics or anything, but if you sign that, and a lot of people don't want to sign Kaepernick because of his views, and understandable, that's
right.
fine.
I mean,
What message are you sending?
right.
That-
We talked about this a little bit, I
and
know. And
you'd rather have someone hit a woman than
then take a knee.
than take a knee.
Right.
And I get the whole taking a knee, and I get the problems people have with that. That's
Right.
totally understandable. But
hitting a woman
to
is
say
still
hitting a
it's-
woman is
it's-
okay
Yeah. No,
is it's kind of
not.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
But I'll start with you here. Would you trade Winston for 2 first-round picks?
Here's the situation with that, right? This
Because
guy's
it's been chaos this
This
year.
guy's been is a leader, no matter what, in this organization. People actually throughout the organization really love this guy. Problem is, he turns the ball over a lot, and he's barely played better than Ryan Fitzpatrick this year.
Mhm.
I'd say he played a little bit better. I wouldn't say he played a lot bit better. 2 first rounds for him, absolutely. If I'm the Bucks right now, he's not giving me enough.
No, there's
as
no
a quarterback.
consistency.
Right.
I want a quarterback that's going to play.
I'll take my chance on
Play
the
all the
rookie.
games.
That's pretty much what he's playing like as a rookie.
There's nothing that tells me Jameis Winston is the quarterback of the Bucks for the future. I think taking 2 first-round picks for him is a absolute deal. I'm pushing the button. I'm taking whatever first-round picks I can get for him. And I think you're going to find other leaders. That team's still young. Mike Evans is young. I'm taking the deal.
Tyler, Bortles is bad.
Oh my god, he's atrocious. Don't even get me started on Bortles.
Would you trade him for 4 second-round picks?
I'd trade him for a second-round pick.
You couldn't even get a second-round pick for him. I'm convinced.
I'd cut him for $500,000 in cap space. I would send him out into the abyss.
I think this was
'Cause
the
I think
easiest one
There
that
are
we've
very
discussed.
few people that would take.
There's no doubt in my mind. You couldn't get 4 second-rounders for him. He's not even a fucking tier 3 quarterback.
Okay. You get
He's
a second
terrible.
and a third. Do you still do it?
Yeah, I'd take
Yeah,
any pick
easy.
for him.
I'm still taking the deal with second.
Blake
and
Bortles
third.
is not a quarterback.
I would take.
He's not
I would take a second and a fourth, or even a second, like a sixth.
So you don't think he should even be a starter in the league?
No, actually no. I
Because
don't.
any starter in the league is worth a first-round pick at the very least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not. He's not a starter in my mind.
Okay. Now, we just went from the Jaguars not having a quarterback. If you're the Jaguars, do you trade 2 first-rounders to get Lamar Jackson?
You want to take this one or what?
Tyler, I'll start with you.
2 first-round picks from the
This might have been the toughest one so far. Because the Jags are in a tough spot.
I don't think Lamar Jackson has shown enough. And I like Lamar Jackson. I like what he's been doing. I don't think he's there enough yet for 2 first-round picks. I think you have just as good a chance getting somebody that can lead your football team in the draft with 2 first-round picks than you can just trading him for Lamar Jackson. So I'm going to say no deal on this one. Not yet.
No, but before you pick, the only thing with this one is, you're right. You have 2 first-rounders to find a quarterback.
Yep.
But if you're the Jaguars, usually you're going to finish around 6 and 10. You might not get that top 5 pick. You've seen someone who's at least played a little bit of NFL, so you know he can handle it.
Right.
But what do you think?
I want to say do it, but Lamar was a 32nd round pick, right? 32nd in the first round. You could, like Tyner said, no matter what, you're going to have a first round pick, the Jags this year.
Yep.
You could probably draft someone that's got to be maybe close to this kid, maybe not as athletic, but 2 first rounds. If it's 1, I'm doing it.
And early picks don't guarantee success.
Right.
Tom Brady was the 109th pick in the draft.
Right, you're right.
And that's why I'm just saying.
Right, you could take a chance on a guy. I like Lamar Jackson.
I
I know you've been
he'd be-
high on him lately.
I think he'd be a good fit in Jacksonville. I think he's athletic. Him and Fournette would be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Even a guy like TJ Yeldon in the mix.
So, but, like, if it's a first and a third, are you doing it?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm taking this deal. I'm taking
Wow,
the
he
deal.
talked himself into
Yeah.
I'm taking it. Lamar Jackson's a stud. Let's give him a chance in Jacksonville, huh?
So, we move on. Our last one, the NBA. The Celtics are struggling. Do you trade Tatum, Brown, or Rozier for Anthony Davis?
No deal. I'm saying no. Not even close.
No.
You can't trade Tatum. That's my guy.
I trade Brown and Rozier in a heartbeat for Anthony Davis.
Me too.
When you throw Tatum in there,
Brown and Rozier, yes.
that's wild.
Tatum, no.
Rozier and Tatum?
Because then you have a true center, Al Horford, Tatum, Kyrie.
No, you're trading Tatum and Rozier. Brown's out of the deal.
Oh, no. I'm not getting rid of Tatum no matter what. He's an elite. He's gonna be an elite
strongly
scorer.
consider Tatum straight up for Davis.
But these 3, you're gonna go no deal.
Tatum and Rozier. Because Rozier,
I would strongly consider just Tatum for Davis.
they wouldn't do that.
Well, I wouldn't do any more.
So I'm gonna go no deal.
I would not do any more than that. So,
All right.
Celtics are staying put, going to the finals.
All right, Bo. Come back and join us.
Yep, I'm
That
gonna
was fun.
create some room for myself here.
Looks like I made some money today.
Now, Tyner, is the college football playoffs boring?
Boring? No. Could it be much more exciting? Yes. To me, I'm one of those people that think 4 teams is enough.
How do we make it better?
I think 8 teams is the perfect amount. No more. We can't start talking. I don't want 8 teams.
Because
Just
that's
to be
the
like,
fear.
16. Oh.
That's the fear. It goes
No.
to 8, and then the conversation goes to 16.
Would I love to see
Right, we can't
Ohio
keep
State,
doing that.
Georgia, and even UCF get a chance in the playoffs? Yes. Do I want to see Washington State in the playoffs? No. Do I want to see anybody for the Pac-12 in the playoffs? No. I think 8 teams is a perfect amount to get great teams involved and not cut anybody short that might deserve a playoff spot. Ohio State might have deserved, a playoff spot if it wasn't just 4. Like,
Right.
they definitely would have gotten the top 6, top 8.
And I think Georgia might even
I think it'd be
deserve
much
it.
more exciting.
Yeah,
to have
Georgia still had a
what
good
they're-
year, and it's just like thrown away for nothing in a way.
And
Well,
you wait so long. That's
is-
the other thing.
Yeah.
It is,
So
yes.
long to play.
Is the college football playoffs boring to you?
No, I love the playoffs. I think they're exciting as it is, even with just 4. I would have no problem staying at 4.
And
It just disappoints me because teams like Georgia, who play a real tough schedule all year, and they shouldn't have lost to LSU, and they did. But you can't expect them to beat Bama every year.
right,
They did it last year to survive.
right. And this is the thing, though. And I know you both don't like the Pac-12.
Hate the Pac-12. What a
It's
joke
not-
that
If
is.
they go to 8,
Yeah.
I can promise you, each Power 5 gets a team.
Okay.
in.
I would have said not this year. Washington.
But
like,
I'm just
won the
saying, if
Pac-12.
they make it 8, they will say no matter what, every year the Power 5 champion.
That's fine to me.
We'll get
If
maybe-
you have a clear
Maybe.
cut.
Well,
the
I would have
conference-
put in Washington this year. They had 3 losses.
I know, and I get that. But I'm just saying that's how they'll set it up.
They
I
might, but they wouldn't have. They would not have picked Washington this year if it was 18.
But if they
I
set it up that
guarantee
way,
you.
No,
that's
if they
just
set it up that way.
if they set it up
you
that
win
way,
That's a
your
joke.
conference-
Don't just say if you win a conference you're in. That's a joke.
that's how they will do
the
it
Power
though.
Five.
They'll look at it, but they
No.
would not
If-
have put Washington in the playoffs this year.
if
That's
No,
ridiculous.
if that's their
If
rule.
that's their rule,
They're not going to make a rule just for the Power 5 conference. That's ridiculous. That's a
that's what
disadvantage.
they
to
said.
that's what they
everybody.
said. They said if they go to 8, that's what they would do.
Yeah.
Bro, how do you
That's a
feel about
joke.
Three
That's a
wild
joke. The
cards.
Pac-12 is a goddamn joke. It's terrible. That's terrible. They should not even be a Power 5 conference. They're
I'm-
not good.
So you're telling me that you don't agree with the committee?
No, I don't. If you're going to go to 8, put the best 8 teams in. Don't be like, oh, Washington won the Pac-12. They should be in.
They
No.
did put the best 4 in now.
They did.
And you
I
gotta look
agree.
at resumes. Resumes
agree.
huge. 'Cause
No,
you
no,
can't-
I'm not arguing that. I'm
'cause you
saying
can't
if they went
say,
to 8 and
oh,
they put
they're a
Washington
great
in.
team. Because if they don't pass the resume test, they're not getting
Right.
it.
And
It's year to year or something.
But-
This year, though, if we had picked 8 this year, it would have been the 4 in.
4 in,
UCF would have made it.
Georgia,
Georgia.
Ohio State, UCF.
Ohio State. And then the last team,
probably Michigan.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Michigan would have had a good shot at it. Maybe even LSU.
Maybe, but
Maybe.
they've fallen off a little bit. A team that fell off the other day or just didn't show up at all, Indianapolis Colts. Tyler, what? They didn't score.
You know, the AFC South is usually a joke. Houston's won 9 straight, and that's kind of a joke in its own right. That's
They're legit.
crazy. They are legit. It's just a joke that they have just decided to dominate since being 0-3. That was really surprising to me. I was paying attention to the score in that game, and it never changed really. 6-0, the Jaguars won. All you needed to do was get in the end zone.
And it wasn't even Blake Bortles. It was Cody Kessler.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but
Well,
he didn't win that
could
game.
be, That
No,
could be
I
better
agree.
than Blake Bortles, though. So.
What?
He might as well have hugged every single defensive player because that's the only reason he got to win.
Bro, you've been high on Andrew Luck lately. What does
Yeah,
this say about
I
him?
don't know what happened to them. I didn't see much of the game, just like checking updates, and I'm just disappointed in how they executed because they had their opportunity, especially late in the game. It's like you got to get it done. If you have to score 1 touchdown to win a game, you should be able to do it.
Right.
Disappointed.
And I think the Colts are a good team, but with the Ravens beating the Falcons in Atlanta, with the Texans on a hot streak, the Chargers beating the Steelers in Pittsburgh, that wild card spot is going to be tough for that was a tough one for the Colts to lose.
Colts shouldn't have lost that game because they might have just thrown away their season.
And the team that's trying to save their season right now, Tyler, the Eagles. They last night they beat the Washington Redskins 28-13. Are the Eagles got a chance at that final wild card spot?
Chance, yeah. 6-6. You gotta win
You
at least 3 year next.
You got to
year.
win at least 3 4. You got to
gotta
go 9
go
and 7.
and even that, you're gonna have teams fighting with you.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna, they played well, but they played Mark Sanchez in a new system. Got signed a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Colt McCoy. You hate to see him get hurt. It's ironic because Smith.
They both broke their legs.
Sanchez gets hurt. Nobody will ever go to Washington ever again.
No.
It's a curse.
So there's a chance.
I don't think they're getting in. I think the Giants are getting in. You know that. But even if the Giants were to fall, I don't see the Eagles. No. Eagles aren't good.
Well,
Eagles don't have a chance. They don't.
that's bold.
I think it's a joke that we're talking about the Eagles right now because they're going on the road to play the Cowboys. Okay? On the road. The Cowboys already beat them once.
You don't think there's a chance?
Nope. They're going to... On the road against the Rams, Sunday Night Football? See you later. That's a loss.
That's a loss, okay.
Yeah.
At home against the Texans.
That is at home, though.
Hottest team in football, though.
There's a chance at home.
You're giving them a lot. This Eagles team ain't last year's team.
Wentz
And
threw
then
for 2 touchdowns.
They will beat the Redskins on the road.
Okay, Wentz threw for 2 touchdowns, 306 yards. This Josh Adams guy from Notre Dame is starting to play better. Their run game is back. Their defense is getting better. If they got healthy, you don't think they could make a push?
I don't know.
That's a big if they got healthy.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think. In my opinion, they're gonna lose to the Rams. So there's a 7th loss.
Yeah.
And then they gotta win both of these games.
I think if they beat Dallas
Like
in
Cowboys
Dallas,
and
it gives them what they need. I think it gives them at least a
It is
chance.
a chance.
It gives them a chance.
Next week is gonna be huge.
But then you're talking division, too.
Yeah, they're in the.
NFC
They're
is
still.
still-
I mean, they're only a game back right now. I guess they got a shot.
I think.
But I would not. I'm thinking.
They have a better shot to me of winning the division because they have to beat Dallas.
Right.
And in that case, they split with Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
I
that's
just
the best
don't.
chance.
I don't know if 9-7 will be enough.
I won't know at
We'll
the end of
find
the
out.
year if it was enough. I will know Monday. Monday after they play the Cowboys on
Yeah.
Sunday, I will know if they actually have a shot. And
Yeah.
I think if you lose that one, it's over. You win that one, you're 7-6, above 500.
Tied for the Cowboys with
Tied
the
with the
division.
Cowboys.
You're
7-6.
probably going to beat the Redskins. You're 8-6. I don't think they beat the Rams, but I think at home against the Texans you have a shot. I think it really starts with the Cowboys. We're going to switch over though and go to baseball. Is Bryce Harper a good deal for the Cubs, Tyler?
Yeah. Bryce Harper's a
I
talent.
mean,
The Cubs are good now, after 100,000 years of being bad. They'd be probably my favorite in the NL.
You think they'd be ahead of the Dodgers?
Yeah, and I think the Dodgers are in on Bryce Harper too. I think they're talking. Whoever gets Bryce Harper in the NL has an advantage.
Well,
I think it. Yeah, like Teddy said, Bryce Harper is such a talent. No matter where he goes, he's gonna help. And I think he would give a much needed boost to this Cubs team. I think Cubs have whoever lands Bryce Harper, if he goes to a solid club like the Cubs, they become the favorite almost in the NL.
You look at him.
That's
in
how big
Washington,
he could be.
And he had a good team on paper, but Strasburg has underperformed.
Yeah, I mean they had Scherzer, and
Scherzer was dominant. Always
Scherzer
is.
seems like he has to carry them
Yeah.
every single
You
season.
can't do it with one pitcher.
No,
You really can't.
And-
Strasburg is good, but he did not pitch like a number 2.
he's also been hurt a lot in his career.
Yep.
So
and
He is even
if he goes to the Cubs, he's now getting Baez, Bryant, Rizzo as guys to hit with him.
Kyle
And
Schwarber too.
And yeah, and in Washington, what do you have, Zimmerman? I mean that.
And Zimmerman was good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Not this last season. He was good 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So,
And I feel like every time I turn on TV, if Washington had over 4 runs, it's because Harper had a home run. Like that's really how they got his run. So I think
Yeah,
yes,
he
he's a
was a
great.
good
I think he's a
part
good
of it.
fielder, but I think his bat is what some teams are gonna look for. Because if you have guys to protect him, oh my, he
We're
could
gonna
be,
watch Washington, fall down.
yeah,
he-
they're not even close to really in the playoff. Like they'd be a team if they got to the playoffs. You're not really scared of them.
It's funny to say that in baseball that one player is gonna make them that difference, but Bryce Harper's in.
Bryce Harper is that big a
Washington
deal
Nationals.
though. He really
the
is.
Nationals, they could be a 4 or 5 game, and they're probably not gonna do anything. Yeah. Although some players coming up free agency, like Bryce Harper, have a decision to make. Kelly Bryant made his decision, and today he is going to pick his new school. Tyler, who made the right decision? Did Kelly Bryant make the right decision by leaving, or did Hurts make the right decision by staying?
Kelly Bryant is doing what's best for his football future. I truly believe that. Jalen Hurts did the best thing as a personal standpoint, and it ended up paying off for him because he came up big down the stretch.
He played well in the end of that game.
And he played like he hasn't missed a beat. He played very well. I think both players made good decisions. It's clear to me that Jalen Hurts could have gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
And, succeeded, obviously, with someone else. Nick Saban is great. Who knows if that has a big factor. But I think both of them made good decisions. I like Kelly Bryant's decision more as a football standpoint.
The only problem I have with Kelly Bryant, I have no problem that he left. I have a problem with how he did it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know it wasn't all him. I know his dad had a lot of comments about it. And if you want to leave and you want to go play and help your career, that's fine. But don't rip apart the coaching staff. Don't rip apart the team and say Clemson this, Clemson that. Just go and handle your business. And I liked how Jalen Hurts handled it.
Mm-hmm.
And football is a funny way of working out.
And to me, Clemson made a good decision too.
Yeah.
Going with Trevor.
And,
Trevor Lawrence is the real deal.
So-
but football rewards you. And like you said, Hurts didn't miss a beat. And I think he's really put in a lot of time. And football rewarded him for that.
Yeah.
And I think him and Tua have a good relationship. Well, whose decision did you like more?
To me, Jalen Hurts. And let me tell you why. The thing I didn't like about Kelly Bryant, right? You talked about how he kind of bashed the program. You want to know what that is, Chip? That's entitlement. He thought that his starting job was his and nobody else's. But when he wasn't working maybe as hard as someone else, or wasn't as talented as somebody else, or wasn't putting in the time, because clearly that wasn't the same player he was last year. To me,
Right.
He looked worse this year, and then he was mad when they made someone else a starter.
And
You know what? I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. You can leave. Don't bash the program, because to me, that just makes you look worse.
And you know what Dabo Swinney, I mean, he's a good coach. I don't question anything he does.
Yep.
He saw how good Alabama was this year before the rest of us did. He
Oh, yeah.
saw the
Oh,
potential they had,
They
and he knew he's probably going to have a shootout with
He
them.
can't beat them with Kelly Bryant, but
Right.
he could beat them
And
with
Trevor Lawrence is just he's a better passer, and
Yeah.
he saw this year that's what he needed.
Yep.
And instead of Kelly Bryant staying and maybe them running a 2 QB offense, look, he took the cheap way out. And I understand it's best for his career, but the way he did it is the problem I have. Is the problem I have, not the decision he made.
The decision, I mean, you're going for millions. You're playing
Yeah,
the NFL.
yeah,
That
right.
is you need to do
To
what's
me-
going to get you there and get you the most money.
But this decision might have hurt him in the NFL in some ways.
In
might
some
have,
ways,
it might have
you're
shown
right.
his true character.
Right,
Somebody-
and
Someone will.
Somebody still will take him, but to me, I'm looking at Jalen Hurts as an NFL guy, and I'm going, wow, I'd love to have that kid in my locker room. I would love to have him in my locker room. Even if he's not out there leading your team, you know he's going to do everything he can to help you guys win.
And
No matter what.
These two guys aren't the top of their classes in quarterbacks. They might both go in the league as backups. And the
Jalen Hurts will.
NFL is going to look and see.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be an instant starter, but he is one of those guys, too, that it's like, even though Tua is more talented than him, he's still really, really good. And we saw it against Georgia. I mean, he was 23-2 with Bama. I get it's Bama, but still,
And I always wait with college quarterbacks because, I've heard all these hype about these college quarterbacks sometimes, and then they never
And then they
translate to an NFL
right,
defense.
right.
Because let's be honest, there's not many schools that have a defense that's even, comparable.
Right, you're right. You're
And
right.
Let's say Lamar goes to the Jaguars or something like we were talking about. Now you need a backup for Joe Flacco. I may take Jalen Hurts over Kelly Bryant just because I saw he can be a
I would.
backup.
Backup role.
He has
I
no
would.
problem being a backup. So if Kelly Bryant has to be a backup, I'm a little concerned
Well,
now.
not on-
Can he handle that?
Not only that, I think Jalen Hurts is better than Kelly Bryant, in my personal opinion. I do. I think he's better. He was the starter in Bama for a couple of years for a reason. Okay, that doesn't just because Tua is amazing
Mhm.
doesn't take away from how good Jalen Hurts really is.
Right. And he is good, and I won't take that away from him.
That's just my opinion. I
Now,
was never high on Bryant.
if we're going to talk backup quarterbacks, a backup quarterback had to play for the Bears. And Tyler, I know your Giants got a huge win, baby. But Bo, is this the start of the collapse?
The collapse
Oh,
is coming, Chip.
We really talk
I'm
about
so happy that you mentioned that because, as everybody knows, I've been talking about how the Bears are starting the collapse, right?
I know.
It,
It's like a little kid at Christmas time.
it made me. I was so disappointed when the Giants gave up that onside kick. I'm like, oh no, the Giants are gonna let them off the hook.
The Giants do find ways to lose.
They
really do.
made me so nervous. But then, right when I needed them, they went down, got a field goal, and stopped the Bears. And the collapse is coming. I know that Trubisky was not in that game,
So they're 8-4 now.
right?
How do they finish, Bo?
Well, they're gonna lose to the Rams this coming week at home.
8-5.
Gonna lose to the Packers after this new system that we put in. We ain't losing to them. 8-6. They're gonna beat the Niners.
9-6.
9-6. Vikings at home, take care of business. Let's get her done.
That's right, baby.
9-7, and the Bears may still win the division at 9-7.
And you know what? I hated this collapse. I can't believe I kept giving Bo a segment on my show.
But it's coming.
I'm on board with the collapse. I'm on board.
The collapse is coming.
Because I didn't think the thing I saw was I didn't think they were gonna lose to the Lions, which they didn't. I didn't think they were gonna lose to the Giants.
Oh, and
They
there
did.
They did.
I thought they were gonna finish 10-6.
Wait, what's that again?
He
Didn't
okay.
think
You
it.
heard him.
I think if Trubisky would have played, they still would have beat you.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name threw a pick 6 and another
Yeah.
pick, so.
Reminds me of Trubisky.
And
Daniels.
I'm not.
He should have given you another pick. That guy that dropped that wide open interception.
Oh,
That, like-
man.
Okay, so Tyler, I will give you a couple minutes. The Giants.
No.
When are you gonna?
Oh, my
You're just messing up your draft pick. It's dumb.
Thank you.
Even if
We
you,
chase rings here in New York.
Even if-
I know you don't know what that's like.
I hope you
With
enjoy
a
those 2
Vikings
rings because you're
t-shirt.
not gonna see another one for at least 10
We
years.
have 4. 2.
Two. I'm saying the 2 you saw.
You know you
won't
can't-
see. You won't see him for
You
a
said
while.
this to me. What can't you spell elite without?
Eli.
Eli Manning, baby. Eli is leading this team to 8-8. I say it every time I can on the show because people need to get it. I have mapped out how we could still win the division. We could win a wild card.
Your
spot.
formula is worse than like
My
how
formula
you
is
the
a
people trying to
proven
solve the
formula.
final number in pi. Like your formula is more complicated than that. It's not going to happen.
We have a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs.
Jim,
That is enough to have hope to go win a Super Bowl.
Only an idiot would believe in that percentage. You're throwing away. You need a new quarterback.
You paid a
You
dog
need
off
a
Case
new
Keenum
quarterback.
for $84 billion.
And I'm telling you,
Kirk Cousins out of
and
this.
I'm telling you, that is stupid. We shouldn't have done that. Kirk Cousins has not played that way this
Leave
year.
Kirk
But
Cousins out
Kirk
of
Cousins has potential. Eli's time is done. You need to find
Thank you.
potential.
Thank you.
You need to find a
Kirk
new
Cousins
quarterback
is
now.
a step above Blake Bortles. Let's be honest.
Oh my god.
You guys traded away Case Keenum, who could bring life to your team. Your team wanted to play for Case Keenum. They
Jim.
clearly don't want to play for Kirk Cousins.
Jim,
So don't
when
you talk to
stop-
me
let
about
let me get a minute, huh?
potential and just chances. Because if we have life, we're gonna find a way.
You need help.
Alright, Jim.
We need help.
No, you.
No, you-
The
You
Giants
mentally.
need help. Yes, you're right.
Okay,
Can't
mute-
do this on our own.
Mute for a minute. Go ahead.
Personally, right? Watching the Packers, they're 4-7-1. I'm like, yeah, we're not making the playoffs. I've given up the fact that I'm like, all right, like if we win a couple more games, cool.
You
Maybe.
still love to beat the Bears.
Oh yeah, I want to beat the Bears. Want to beat the Lions. I'd even like to beat the Jets. I don't care if we win out and we don't make the playoffs. Draft pick isn't my
But
biggest
you don't need a
concern.
quarterback is the difference.
Right, like we're in a situation where I think if we bring in a new coach next year, we're gonna come back to that like NFC contending team.
Yep.
But I just want to say at 4-7-1, we still have a better chance to make the playoffs than the Giants do, and we're not going to, so they're not going to,
I know.
right? Like,
Well, that's because you guys are gonna lose some
And,
games.
so,
We are not gonna lose.
I want to talk about Kirk Cousins for a sec. I was at the game at Foxborough,
it wasn't pretty.
and he played awful.
It wasn't pretty.
And I agree last year the team played better, and Keenum was at quarterback. But this is not entirely all on Cousins.
No,
And
no.
this is not, and Keenum was not exactly the reason we went 13
the defense was lights out last year, and it's not this year. It's good.
Right,
It's
it's
not
still,
lights out.
and if we want to talk about a magical season,
That
that happened in Minnesota.
that's
Like,
stupid play.
from that miracle all the way to the 7 or 8 game win streak. And
Yeah.
last year,
You had a lot of wins that were close.
And last
but
year, Keenum had a running game.
you
Like,
also
to be fair to Cousins, he doesn't. Cook is awful right now,
yeah.
and the play
Yeah.
calling hasn't been
You
good
shouldn't
this
be
year.
shocked. Cooks is
He's
terrible.
played like two good games in a row.
All
Pretty well,
year.
isn't it? Like,
All
All year though, we're at week
Well, he's
13.
hurt for like 6 games.
Right.
Okay, that's what I'm saying though. Keenum
He
didn't
hasn't
have
had-
that issues last year.
Right.
Well, Marcus Murray's a good backup too.
Yes, but he hasn't played great, and he's not a guy who can play the whole game. So if Cook is
But when
out,
you get down all the time, you get football.
So you know what the
Your
difference
line
is?
hasn't played
Last year
back.
you had McKinnon. When Cooks got hurt last year, McKinnon was huge for this
McKinnon
team.
did play good.
Exactly.
The only thing with McKinnon is he wanted too much money when you went to
Oh,
play
no, I'm
Cousins.
not saying you should
Right.
have him. I'm saying that's the difference this year.
And that's
in
what
your
I'm
run
saying.
game.
You can't tell me you honestly believe Keenum is that much better than Cousins, if better at all.
No, but
Keenum's
he's
not
clear
better
for the
than
money.
Cousins.
Huh?
Keenum's not
Clear
better.
for the money, but no, I wouldn't say.
I don't
there's
think
that much
Keenum would have ever
difference.
won us a Super Bowl. Because I don't think our defense.
Not
Not
no.
now.
Yeah, I
Now
don't-
the NFC's playing now.
I don't think the defense and run game would have been like that's the best they might ever play our defense last year.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Keenum needed that
That
just to
shows.
get to the NFC. Like Keenum showed
You shouldn't even
that-
have gotten to the NFC Championship.
Right, and that pick 6 he threw against the Eagles just turned the game like that. That's when Keenum kind of showed who he is. And yes, he's played okay with the Broncos this year, but like they haven't been great either. Cousins at least has a winning record.
Yeah, I just don't think Keenum or Cousins has a chance to have a win Super Bowl.
But I want to get back to this. Why are you still trying to win games?
So we got a chance to win a Super Bowl. That's it, right there.
Like even if
Jim,
that,
it's not worth the argument
I
anymore.
know, but
it's just not.
I just gotta know the 0.3% chance you have to make playoffs. Let's say you get there.
Mhm.
You don't honestly.
I've brought you through our.
You don't honestly think you can beat the Rams or the Saints. You really don't.
I know it.
But how?
Execute.
You haven't all year, so why
We
start
executed
now?
well lately. The Lions looked very good, even against the Bears, who are a phenomenal defense.
Yeah, Chip, listen to that.
30 points on the Bears defense.
Do you know the New York Jets have a better chance than you to make the playoffs?
And maybe literally, yeah.
3%, and you're 0.3. The Jets are terrible.
I don't see what you're trying to tell me.
I'm saying if the Jets have a higher chance than you, you're probably not going to make the playoffs.
This comes as a surprise to me. I thought you were on board the whole way.
All right, so you think they can make the Super Bowl? So I'm going to get to you in a moment. Bo, give me your Super Bowl pick after Week 13. I know you both went Saints, Chiefs. Has anything changed, especially since the release of Kareem Hunt?
I'm going to come out a little bit on a limb here. I'm going to say it's still the Saints in the NFC. The AFC, though, has switched back to the Patriots.
Yeah.
And it's not even that big of a limb because New England is so good year in year. Like, every year, they're just so good.
Especially if they win out
But
and the...
if it goes through New England, no doubt in my
That's
mind.
the thing. The Patriots win
If
out,
it
the Chiefs
doesn't-
lose one.
If it doesn't, it's up for grabs a little bit.
Mhm.
I think the sleep. If I had to pick a sleeper out of the AFC, I'm going with the Texans. Their
I like-
defense is good.
I don't think the
If
Chargers...
Deshaun Watson can play good football, they got a chance.
I don't think the Chargers are going to make it, but they're my team. I'm kind of going out on a limb because they're what now 9-3. The Chiefs 10-2. Lost Kareem Hunt. The Chargers beat them and win. You know, they might be able to win that division.
Yeah.
And especially if the Chiefs lose another one and the Pats win out and they both have 3 losses, 13-3. If it's going through New England, it's over. Tyler, who do you like?
I agree completely. If it runs through New England is going to lose the Super Bowl to the Saints. If it runs through Kansas City is going to lose the Super Bowl to the Saints. The Saints are my pick to win the Super Bowl against whoever the 1 seed is in the AFC.
All right, so the Super Bowl might be a little bit easier to pick. College football playoffs. But who do you like first game, Alabama, Oklahoma?
That's the easiest one to pick.
And I think it's probably the easiest, but
Bama by at least 2 scores.
I think as soon as Bama gets a stop, it's over. I don't think Oklahoma's ever going to get a stop on defense.
I'm saying it's at least a 14-point.
I am interested, though, to see how Kyler Murray plays against an actual defense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. To be honest, don't matter for him. He's going to play baseball.
That's true.
So
Times?
If there's going to be an upset, it's going to be Oklahoma.
No.
But there's not going to be an upset. Bama by 10.
Can't believe.
I don't think Notre Dame has a real shot against Clemson.
So you think Oklahoma has a better shot against Alabama than Notre Dame has against Clemson?
Yes.
He's wrong, but we'll let him keep talking.
Okay.
I think if anything, the Bama defense hasn't proven to me that they're
Clemson's
unscorable on. And I think Oklahoma can at least keep pace. I don't think Notre Dame is going to keep pace with Clemson.
I think Notre Dame's defense is better though, so it'll be a low-scoring kind of game.
I still think
I
Clemson
think- I think-
puts up
I think-
35, 42 points.
I
Notre Dame
don't.
puts up 17-20.
I bet it's like a 28-24.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's like a 28-21 type of football game.
Could.
But who do you have, Clemson, Notre Dame?
I'm still taking Clemson. They're gonna win. I do believe that. Notre Dame's come a long way in the last year or so, but
Ian Book has been a big, him
yeah,
stepping
I just
up.
don't think it's enough. I don't think that Notre Dame has enough. Their defense isn't elite. They're good.
They're going to have to force turnovers if they want to win the game.
Yeah, you got to find a way to make Trevor Lawrence uncomfortable.
Tyler, who do you have?
Clemson by 20.
All right. Now, this is where it gets tough, though. Unlike the Super Bowl where you both are saying Saints. Bama, Clemson, Bo, who do you got?
I'm roll tide. Nick Saban, the boys, they're gonna take care of business. Tua or Jalen Hurts.
So it doesn't matter. That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
Who's
it
their-
doesn't matter to me.
who's their
It
quarterback?
doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I think they're better with Tua, but they get more big plays with Tua. But
Okay.
Jalen Hurts plays. I think Jalen Hurts almost plays a little bit smarter.
He could
Tua
win the
tries
game.
to score on every play,
Right, and
He
you
tries to do something.
like that in a sense, but at the same
Right.
time,
but Jalen will hit that check down sometimes that you need to hit.
Tyler, who do you got?
Clemson. Clemson's going to win the national championship. Trevor Lawrence is going to win the national championship. It's going to be a great game. One for the record books, one for the history books. It's going to be just like when Deshaun Watson won it. Clemson last play of the game.
So you're higher on Clemson.
They're my pick.
I think it's going to be a great game. I'm excited for that if it comes down to those two teams.
All right,
It'd be wild if it was Notre Dame.
So-
that would be wild.
we're gonna switch a little bit to the FCS here for a second.
Yeah.
Maine has made it to the second round,
Football, baby.
and they did it in a dominating fashion. Against Jacksonville State, 55-27.
I told you they forgot their defensive coordinator.
Oh, I did see your tweet on that. Tyler, tell me a little bit what you saw from Maine and why you think they're playing so well this year.
I saw a team that could win the FCS championship.
I
saw a
agree.
team
I
that
agree.
I cannot wait to watch on
Let's
national
go.
TV, ESPN2 on Friday. I cannot wait.
What do you think about the play from Chris Ferguson?
Oh, he's playing like a stud. He's playing like somebody that could go play for a big name school in the Power 5 conference. I'm not even talking about the Pac-12. I am talking anything but the Pac-12. I'm talking the SEC. I'm talking the Big 12. One of those big schools is going to take it. Even if he starts at something like a Maryland, if he goes to like Maryland, that's fine. Whatever.
So you think he could play to Maryland?
Oh, yeah. I'm high on Ferguson. I think he's...
What do you see from him?
I see
A lot
that
of
he
good
could be a
offense.
great system quarterback in the NFL. I don't even mean a game manager.
NFL!
Yes.
Wait,
Yes. You heard me right.
He's playing FCS football right
It's
now.
gonna
You
be-
just
Although
said-
Carson
Don't
Wentz
worry.
wasn't the FCS.
It's
Carson
gonna-
Wentz wasn't the FCS.
Yeah, but then he went to
I've
a
seen
big
people
school.
go to G. Exactly. Now Ferguson will go to a
Although,
big school.
I'll back you up a little here. Aaron Rodgers, JUCO guy.
You want me to take it a step further? He's gonna be perfect in a system like Tom Brady's. It's gonna be.
Oh no!
It's gonna be
Oh,
not
no.
a replica because nobody's gonna ever replicate
Oh
Tom
no!
Brady.
He's
But it's
comparing
gonna be
to Tom
something
Brady.
comparable. The system and the success of Ferguson.
That was.
I'm so high. I just think.
He's so
I just can't get over it.
Now,
He is a talent. He's gonna win an FCS championship. He's gonna go win an FBS championship, maybe. He's gonna go to the NFL.
FBS.
he's going to win a national championship at the FBS.
What's he going to Alabama next year?
Might be.
Oh my god!
No,
Well-
here's what I really think. He goes to a school like Maryland for a year, and he goes to place because he's a sophomore, right? Or is he young?
He's a redshirt sophomore.
Okay.
He's got 2 years left.
Yep. He's gonna go to Maryland for a year, and then as a senior, he's gonna go somewhere big: Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, something like that. Go win a national championship. Attaboy.
Well, I'm going to start just back on planet Earth here for a second.
Yeah, thank you.
What have you seen from Ferguson that you like?
I mean, he's thrown a lot of good balls, but he's got some talented receivers.
He throws a good-
Edwards-
he throws a good
Edwards
deep
is
ball.
solid, and Micah Wright is a solid guy too.
Yep.
They get a couple of guys that they really know how, and their run game's been good.
And I think our defense has played well. Like that, they
Defense has
they
been-
got that turnover at the 3-yard line. We
Defense
started
has
first
been
and goal at the 3.
Huge.
We've had some. They muffed a punt. We recovered that. Edwards against Elon a couple weeks ago had 2 kick returns for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think the defense, as much as I like Ferguson, and I think he's a good player,
Yeah.
I think defense is going to be big come Friday night.
Yeah, we got to be able to stop them. That's the biggest key.
Now, according to Tyler, we have Tom Brady, the future. What do you think about those comments?
I mean, it's a little ridiculous. I think he's a talented young man, and he might be able to go play for maybe a mid-major school. I wouldn't go
Like a UMass or a UConn or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go a little step further. I'd say you could play for a better FBS school than those two teams because UConn's terrible.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go as far as Power 5.
You think he could go play for maybe a California or a BYU or Boise State, Fresno State?
Yeah. A better club. I mean, you got to consider him. He's solid. I mean, I hope he stays in Maine. We'll take him.
Tyler, do you think he's better than Fresno State? Like, do you think he should go above that?
He has the potential to. That's what I see.
You've seen that this year. Interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
it's interesting.
You think Maine has a shot?
What,
Yeah.
FCS?
FCS?
Yes.
I do too. I
And
think
the Elite Eight.
I
And
think-
it keeps on.
I think it's up for grabs. I mean, it's FCS. We're not talking like
Now, Maine football was projected like 8th or 9th this year. And
in the conference.
in the conference.
In CAA.
And they won it.
Slept on.
Yep, they slept on it. they found a way to get a ton of wins this year, and they won in big ways.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, when does Maine basketball get their first win?
Oh, boy.
Is it
Probably-
is it tonight against Fordham?
Probably next year, if we're being honest. They might go over this season.
You don't really believe that. I just don't see them as a
Over on the year.
very
Come
good
on.
team.
They're going to win at least one
They,
game.
they might get lucky. The other team might shoot out the wrong basket. And they might win
This
a
is
game
the
that way.
YMCA third and fourth grade league when you have people shooting. You really
No,
don't think
let me
Maine?
keep it real. They're gonna win maybe 3 or 4 games this season. They're not good. They're quite honestly they're terrible. It's gonna be a repeat of last season.
He's not wrong about that.
I've heard multiple times from a source close to the team, involved with the team. Now they got the potential to win 18 games. If they're gonna win at least 10, and every year it's not gonna happen.
What do you think of that comment that they had a chance to win 18 games?
Oh, it's laughable. It's like, oh my god. It just makes you like roll your eyes. Like, oh yeah, 18, more like 8, 1.8 maybe. They might win 2 games.
I think best case scenario for Maine, right, is win like 7 or 8 games. If you can win like 4 or 5 conference games, then like tomorrow, it's today's
Tonight,
game,
yeah.
right? They play Fordham. That's a winnable game.
At home too.
At home too helps. They lost to them in overtime last year. It's a winnable game. So I think Maine, like best case scenario, ends up like 7, 8 wins. Realistically, probably 4, 5
And
wins.
I counted last year. Maine lost 6 games by 5 or less, or in OT.
Right. They compete. And
This
it's like,
year-
you got to find a way to finish
This year they've already lost 2 games
in
in
overtime.
overtime. That to me, that's the difference. I think Maine has chances. They just need to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Then when you get these teams in OT, you need to find a way to win them.
you can't.
And I don't expect you to win all of them, but last year, I mean, you gotta, and then even this year, you gotta find some games.
You got to find
win.
a way to win.
Bo, do you think they get their first win tonight?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say yes. I'm gonna say.
What's the key to the win?
Isaiah? Zay's the key. If he can play well and lead this team, him and Fleming. I'm gonna say that Fleming's been playing pretty well this year at times. If both of them play well tomorrow, I think we got a good shot at
I
it.
will say they had a winnable game last game, I believe.
Yeah, against St. Peter's. It was a
Yep.
very winnable game.
Fleming missed 13 or 14 shots. It's
But-
not bad.
But they don't
If
have
he-
other guys.
They don't have other guys.
So
I agree with you when if he plays well and Zay
Yeah.
plays well, they got a chance, a winnable game.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take them. If I bet against them more than I bet on them, I'm probably going to be a very rich man. And when I saw this was going to be a topic today, I wrote a note. And I'm not sure if you guys can see this. This says UMaine sucks. Because UMaine basketball sucks. So, that's my pick. For it.
I think Maine has a real chance tonight. Why are you laughing?
A real chance.
like
As opposed to what?
as what a
A
fake
fake
chance.
I went to see the game against Princeton, and Princeton was just better. They had a kid who put up like 28, and he was good. Fleming played well, and I think he's the key to tonight's win. I can't even take you serious. I
Can't
think
take you serious.
I think that he shot the ball a lot better against Princeton, and I think he's a good guy inside. I see your note about Maine sucks. I think if he hits a few outside shots, Zay gets going. Sergio's got to step up a little bit. Moss is young, but he's played good at times. I think they have a chance.
Really bad.
Maine is not that bad.
There are like
Yeah, we're
325 schools
I-
in D1,
Hey, I might take my comment back.
There are 300.
Fordham's 6-1. I
They-
might take that back.
UMaine is a bottom 25 team in the world.
Yeah, I'm taking that back. Fordham's winning tomorrow.
You mean tonight?
Tonight.
Fordham is not
Yeah.
going to win. Fleming is going to put up
Oh my god, I don't want to hear
Their
this.
schedule's
25
actually been
points.
weak. Their schedule's
25
been
points.
weak. I take it back again. Maine finds a way to win.
You hear that?
Maine finds a way to win. I take it back. Their schedule's really weak. Took it back again. Maine, baby, here we come.
So, about like our segment earlier, deal or no deal, I need your final answer.
Oh, it's Maine. Maine by 2.
Final answer times?
Fordham by 12.
Ooh.
If we're lucky.
I think
Are you
Maine.
willing to take that spread?
I'll take 2.
Nah. I was talking
Maine. Maine is going to go to overtime for the 3rd time this year,
Oh no.
They're on pace to lose every overtime game they ever.
and they're going to win this one at home. They're going to win tonight. They're going to win tonight. Tyler, any final thoughts on what you saw from the weekend? What surprised you?
I know what didn't surprise me is the Giants get the win. That didn't surprise
I
me.
don't even know why I asked you anymore.
What did surprise? I'm not done here.
Finish, please.
We've talked about the Colts, and that really surprised me. And I'm not going to worry about them yet, even though their chances are now much.
Took a big
Small,
hit from
took a
them
big
losing
hit.
and the Ravens winning.
I'm not going to worry about them about winning games yet, but it's something to watch for this weekend. See if they at least play well. And I took just a couple of notes during the show. Just want to recap. Eli is elite. Cousins is bad. I like deal or no deal. I usually win money. And the NFL will one day be the National Ferguson.
Do you think Eli's better than Cousins?
I think Ferguson's better than Cousins. And maybe even Eli. And I don't like to say that.
Why do you let this man on the show? I don't know. Bo, is there anything you'd like to add that you saw from the weekend?
No. The Cardinals beat the Packers. And
How was that? How was that? How about them Packers?
I didn't think that even Mike McCarthy could screw that one up.
Josh Rosen beat you.
Yeah. And there's a reason Mike's gone.
Who you guys play this week? Doesn't matter to you anymore. Season
No, I kind of gave up on the season.
So,
Actually, no, it's not the
we
Packers.
talked about it.
We had a conversation.
We're blanking.
yeah, Bo, I got a big question.
We'll
Though.
look at all these
How do you feel that Tyler said that Ferguson is better than Cousins?
That's ridiculous.
Sorry, probably will be. Not right now. I can't say that.
Yeah.
That'd be blessed.
I gotta end
It's
this.
just,
Oh, the
Everybody-
Falcons, Bo. You guys play the Falcons.
oh, that's right. At home.
I knew I'd
Hey,
find
they're terrible too. 4-8. They're
Yeah.
looking terrible.
You guys
that
have
could,
it.
that could be
You guys have it.
that could be a
Give me the
crapshoot.
game.
Yeah.
Are you two done?
I don't know. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
over here.
All right.
He's helping us.
Last thing we have to add. I made a mistake.
Yes, you did.
With our game we had, I meant to put all teams that weren't favored.
The Titans.
The Titans were
We're favored, baby. They came back and
And the
won.
Bucks. Like, that's what upset
Because
me.
the Titans suck.
Like a lot.
The Titans suck, so I assumed they were favored. They weren't favored, but they played the Jets, who are even worse. So
But our teams were right.
your teams are right.
So that means
So that means on Thursday, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get something shaved in the side of my head. Friday, I will show it on the show. Tyler, any suggestions on what the viewers should vote for?
The viewers could pick anything. I think they should, pick something. It's got to be short. Remember that. Pick something close to home. Something about Case Keenum, CK14 or whatever number he is. Something about Eli.
4.
Something about the Packers. Make sure it's short. Make sure something he doesn't really want in his hair.
Oh, you want to know my suggestion? I think we should make it 0-4, as in 0-4 at Super Bowls,
That would be
right in the
funny.
side of his head. You get the little circle, you get the dash, and then the 4.
If
I'd
it's
love
somebody
it.
really talented, we could put like Case Keenum on the side of his head, like the actual.
I will
face
say
of
this,
Case
boys.
Yeah.
The game will be back on Friday, and this
Can't wait. We
time,
better do a upsets this time.
this time,
Oh,
this
no,
time it
that's-
won't be. It won't be a Cowboys jersey. It won't be a Vikings jersey. I have another surprise for you guys on Friday.
Oh yeah, because that ended up happening.
It will this time.
No, I'm sure.
Thank you for listening to the show. Please put your comments on what I should have shaved on the side of my head under the video. I will also post something on Twitter that you can respond and leave your comment. Thank you for listening. Have a safe drive to work today. Remember, keep on balling.